Hey everybody, welcome to another Age of Grogu. I've got me, Elijah, Max, and Jason, and tonight we are going to be watching episode 3 of The Acolyte. I'm extremely excited to see where this goes. We left off last week with
Kielbasa.
Kabaka, I think, yeah.
Kelbaka, yeah,
Kelbaka.
yeah,
Kielbasa.
Kelbaka,
I like
Wookie.
kielbasa. Kielbasa's good.
So I assume we're gonna get this story of what's going on here on the planet and stuff like that, and get a bit of Wookiee action. Guys, what are your thoughts? What do you, Max? We never, you weren't around last week. Your internet wasn't working. So, what were your thoughts on last week's episode? Two episodes.
I like the first 2 episodes a lot. I know some people had some mixed opinions on it. Some people had some downright negative opinions on it. I liked it a lot. I mean,
yeah, me too.
I don't think it's trampling over the lore like people think it is. I've been reading a lot of High Republic, and this is very much in line with a lot of the other High Republic stuff.
That's cool.
I think people are just in their feelings about, I don't know any of these characters. Yoda's not here, and I like learning about.
I'm fine with it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Elijah, what were your thoughts? Because you got the chance to catch up with episode 1 and 2 now,
Yoda
right?
not being there. I'm fine. I'm fine with Yoda not being there.
Yeah.
As Star Wars stuff goes, it's okay. Like, it hasn't grabbed me yet, but I do enjoy how they're handling the Jedis and how they're using the Force and just kind of some of that action stuff they've used so far.
Well, we're getting new stuff, which is really cool. I mean, I'm loving that we're getting all this new stuff, new stories, and new ways of how the Force works. So
right,
yeah.
So I'm enjoying it. I mean, I'm not loving it yet, but I'm enjoying it.
No, fair enough. And Jason,
I like the new stuff. Yeah, we got a fat Jedi in the last episode.
Yeah.
So order 66 hamburgers, huh?
Oh my god!
But like,
don't call him fat. There, that's kind of unkind. It's like he's maybe his humanoid race is. Quiet.
He's Rubenesque.
I found him more of an.
Get squeezed into an X-wing fighter.
You know what? I kind of found him a little bit obnoxious. The way he was grabbing that kid and just like shuffling this kid around is like, that's not the way Jedi acts again. That was kind of weird.
Let me call him fat then. Jeez.
No. I'm just saying he was kind of a bit rough with the kid. It was like, okay, that's not a Jedi way. Well, I mean, I guess it's what you get when you get.
It's very much in line with. Not all of High Republic, but High Republic, they had definitely a different feel.
Really? Okay.
Especially after the
Citadel. Fair enough.
They're kind of like enforcers at this point, right? Like
yes and no. I'd say explorers, enforcers, peace protectors is a great way to put it. They're definitely agents of peace.
Euphemism, same thing. It's the same thing, guys. I mean, like, we're seeing, like, I guess, whenever we see like a new era of Star Wars, or they're always like, this is the peak of the Jedi, and they're always kind of at the tail end of like of greatness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to see him in the middle of the greatness, but I guess this is the closest we get.
This is supposed to be that high point for him.
Yeah.
Anyway. High point, but at the same time, like, still kind of, I don't know, probably on the way out. Like, this is the beginning of the end of like a high point.
That's where it's supposed to be. I mean, that's what this is supposed to show, is like how the Jedi in the prequels become like the Jedi in the prequels, and why they're a different one from what people have read from the High Republic, and why this is a turning point for them.
And I'm okay with the no Yoda, and no familiar characters. We do have like an old green.
We've got enough familiar,
like Yoda, with like a mixture, like a mix of Yoda and Mace Windu together.
Well, we're getting familiar races. We're getting a couple of background races here and there and stuff like that. So there's things that are outside of being human. There are things that feel very Star Wars to me. I love the production design. The small streets and the kind of cross crawling between the streets levels and stuff like that. The little marketplaces, all that sort of stuff just feels all Star Wars to me. I think they've done a great job with all that. Guys, let's start this episode. It is dropped, so let's check this out on 3, 2, and 1.
You look
Ezra Miller.
Exactly.
I still think I feel like he is the Sith apprentice. The Sith apprentice. I feel like it. From what he says some things there that feel very.
I learned this is Toman from Game of Thrones wearing old makeup.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah. Oh,
when I was watching that guy, I'm like, man, there's a bunch of dudes out there that.
It's the actor who plays.
Who?
It's the actor who plays the Lannister brother. Oh wait, sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he's in old makeup.
Yeah, I know he's supposed to be in old makeup, which was kind of really weird makeup, but
yeah,
I saw a lot of people comment on that he looked a little out of place.
But I believe
I didn't think so until other people commented on it. I looked at pictures of him and I was like, oh, I get what they mean now.
Yeah,
He's such a baby-faced guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna get the flashback, so he'll be like regular age.
Yeah, we'll get flashbacks eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Trailers, right?
Wookiee time. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see some arms get ripped off. Over a simple hollow chess match.
Mm-hmm.
Being a Wookiee Jedi, they hold their temper.
Oh shit! Better. We're going back, guys. We're going back. Nice.
Flashback already.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheerful music.
Oh, those
are
cool.
That didn't feel Star Wars.
Are they like? You can semi-see through those things. That's sweet.
Yeah, like
translucent creatures, birds.
Eat it.
That's gonna be May. Actually, no, it would have to be Osha, the Jedi.
Could be one of them. It's got to be one of them.
Oh, that feels like May.
Bunta tree so beautiful.
Bunta tree. That sounds familiar.
Only if we eat it.
I know
it's
that.
Bunta Eve.
Oh, different Bunta. I know there's a Bunta tree.
Always one.
No, this is what she said in the.
This reminds me of the beginning of an Old Republic game, right?
How's that?
They always start with them as children or something.
Oh, okay.
And then,
yeah, your starting point.
How many times have I told you? It is not.
Oh shit!
Sorry, Mother Coral.
Mother. Oh, she's a freaking Night Mother. We've seen her race before.
Type.
No, I've seen a female version of this.
There's female Dathomorians.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to remember. Clone Wars. Oh, cool.
He does look younger. I'll give him.
Yeah,
I'll give him that. Was a good
I think they maked up him there. Clone Wars.
It looked really good.
Yeah, it was definitely de-aged. Yeah. Clone Wars. We saw that. We saw her on the farm with Obi-Wan Kenobi. There was a farm episode where they go up against people who attack them on the farm. So we saw a female version. Ooh, look at the moons. Oh wait, is that? Wait. Is that Dathomir up there, or is that
Volcano?
Oh no, I'm sorry. My brain is like overloading here. It's like, sorry.
New Star Wars
got excited. Yeah,
Brent.
That was cooler. The blue and the red moon kind of reminds me of.
May we have some spice creams?
She's got to be a Night Sister. So these kids are Night Sisters.
Mama!
Another mother. Okay.
It could just be mother.
No. The Night Mothers are what we saw in Ahsoka.
No, just the way that you said it. Another mother.
Shut up. Think so, Cora.
Okay. I'm getting so excited here.
Get some space creams.
Isn't that just drugs?
You left
Are they lovers?
Did anyone see them?
If they're Night Mothers, who knows?
I don't think they're Night Mothers. I think they're just mother in a different sense.
Yeah, Brent, don't be Star Wars racist.
What?
Just because they're a
here we go. They're gonna kiss.
Well, there might be mothers. There might be mothers.
If Osha keeps running away.
So that's why all the crazies have been saying is trampling on the Star Wars.
Oh yeah, people are gonna complain so much about this. Oh my god.
I did see a post giving the episode a -1. I was like, I knew he was a crazy person. I was waiting to see why. I think this shows why.
Osha is testing our boundaries.
I hate crazy people.
I know, right?
They're not quite Night Sisters, obviously, but
jeez, shut up with the Night Sisters stuff, bro.
No, but we're getting another version of the Force. This is cool, like another perspective. I love this.
Some call it a force.
See?
To use it.
So I like this. It's like the concept of the Force without the
with the idea of the Jedi.
Context of Jedi.
Yeah.
Because the Force existed before the Jedi.
Yeah.
Your enemies will not warn you before they attack.
Force shove those children to the ground.
Sometimes
Throw them around.
you got to.
Ooh, nice.
It's the only way they'll learn.
Wait, is that Osha?
It's May.
No,
Yeah.
it's May. Yeah, it's definitely May.
They're different people. Like they don't look exactly the same.
Well, I also like the difference in clothing. May's definitely wearing darker clothing than Osha.
Slightly different shade. It's 2 shades darker.
Wait, what?
To accentuate her dark side.
Yeah. It's not that subtle, but it's there. I do like that.
She's nervous about tonight.
No, they do that all the time.
Is this true?
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters.
Yeah. I love those 2 moons in the background. Holy crap. One of them's going to be Dathomir then. I wonder if... I'm guessing. Because the red planet's Dathomir.
I thought spice was drugs. Am I wrong about that?
What are you drawing?
Right?
Stop.
Are they saying space cream or spice cream?
I think it's
Spice cream.
Spice cream.
Which is a funny pun, but spice is drugs. So you think the Jedi are gonna abduct them like usual?
Probably. Which now begs the question is why and for what purpose? Outside of trying to pull them to the Jedi. Yeah.
Your whole
I mean,
civilization
obviously,
is gonna crumble, and the Jedi are gonna just be like, "Yeah, this is the right time to take them."
which is weird
They need
because
to-
it's
they
like
need
it's
a
it's
sister.
it's Soul, so it's like I don't see him doing anything bad or evil. That's weird.
Oh, they've all done something good.
Well, we
Jedi-
know that, but
They
I'm
do
just
something
saying.
bad. Jedi's like America when they see oil,
Yeah. But also, these girls are too old. Like,
You're gonna Dan, you
they
play,
usually take
play
kids when
New
they're much younger,
Yeah.
so they can't talk back.
What the thread has tied together,
There's an eclipse.
can separate.
That's cool.
That's when they
Yeah, makes sense.
the ceremony.
Cool.
Whoa.
Is this where she gets the tattoo then? She's got.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sweet. That's basically
Ascend.
Jump out of the way.
They've sliced the platform.
Oh, Saved by the Bell.
Ooh,
They will be here any moment.
huh.
Oh,
Interesting.
we're gonna see
Oh,
some
how this is gonna go
force
down.
on force action.
Yeah, I wonder.
Put down your weapon.
Nice bows. Oh, here we go.
The 4.
Yeah.
There are no children here.
Oh, so this might
Snipping them out.
be basketball.
He's like, I can see him right there. I can see him.
My name is Saul.
Osha.
Like social services
They were
picking up these kids.
Elijah. That's actually pretty funny.
They're like, you're bad parents. We gotta take your kids, train them better.
Yeah.
Where is their father?
They have no father.
Yep.
Who are they?
One of those stories.
Mother,
Oh shit!
What the hell?
The Night Sisters. They've done this before.
I want to.
We saw it in Rebels.
Taught me. Please let me take the test.
Mother Anastasia,
And Clone Wars.
you cannot
Nice.
deny that Jedi have. I carried them.
Ooh.
I created them. And what happens
What?
if the Jedi discover?
The Jedi are good.
This isn't about good or bad.
Why is Osha like him
This
so
is
much?
about
I
power
don't know.
and who is allowed to use it.
I mean, it's cool because we've got this good sister, evil sister dynamic that's all the way from childhood. It's,
Yeah, it's interesting that we already know the outcome too.
yeah. I'm really digging this story. This is cool.
Yeah, I like flashback.
Yeah.
I like seeing more of Carrie Ann Moss because she's consistently great.
Yeah.
I enjoy the kind of
I can never.
dichotomy of their lives
I can-
versus the Jedi. It's very simple versus advanced, even though the Jedi are not as advanced as what we've seen in the future.
I never trust any Carrie-Anne Moss character just because of Memento. I just can't.
Really?
I can't drop
See,
that character.
I still feel that she's the Sith Lord. I got just a feeling, even though she dies in the first episode, I feel like.
Does she die?
Oh, that's what I mean. She dies. I feel like it.
I don't know if she dies in that. That I didn't take that as a death. I took that as like we'll come back to that. You know.
Yeah.
It is funny how Wookiees are always the mechanics.
Yeah. Well, they're good with.
A mountain.
Yeah, she's lying, and they're going to be able to catch her on this, aren't they?
Correct.
Oh.
Like Venkman's test, huh?
Yeah.
We should continue the test.
I don't trust Carrie-Anne Moss's character. I feel like she's something darker. It just, I don't know why. It just, like she plays it so well.
She's the one.
I feel like she's the Sith Lord.
She plays those characters.
I don't know why. Nothing's going to stop me from saying that until they prove me otherwise. But I feel like she's.
How do we know it's not Kalnaka?
But come on, look at that face. It can't be Kalnaka.
Well, he's also speaking English.
What's wrong with you? Mama! Mama!
This is why the forest is going to burn down, isn't it? This is why the forest is going to burn down during this walk.
Oh.
Right, huh? I'm just waiting for her to burn everything.
Okay,
I know, me too.
yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Get angry.
I want to know more about how the conception, what kind of powers were,
I love you, Mama.
what they're talking about there.
I don't think we're ever going to see or get into that because the Star Wars is, mainly generated towards children. I think it's just going to be the idea of force birth. I don't think they're going to get into the idea of how a force can create a zygote or anything like that. Though it does raise a lot of questions about force sex.
Well, I mean, definitely got her mother's looks and not the other mother's looks because they'd be part. Could
you imagine if they had horns this whole time?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
I'll kill you.
Jeez.
Wow.
Dang. Dang.
It's pretty dark, pretty quickly.
Jeez, May.
Sibling rivalry. Angry at each other.
It's a problem, child. Red flag.
Yeah.
Right there.
Man, it starts with this. What's flammable in there? That stone or?
I was just thinking that. It doesn't look like a very flammable room.
I know. That's kind of annoying me right now.
Fire is weird.
Smoke inhalation will kill you.
Maybe the rock's different on this planet. I don't know. I mean, maybe the rock's
burn.
for. Yeah, maybe.
Don't
Like
defend Star Wars.
There's like
all
fire
again,
in
Brent.
space.
Maybe it's petrified trees. I don't know. I mean, if people can complain about fire in space like they did last week's episode, then I'm sure they're going to complain about fire on rock. I'm fine with it. I am fine with it. Ooh,
it's
shit.
consistent to how weird
Galaxy
fire is in
nodes.
this show.
The space could be different, but rocks are rocks.
Yeah.
Whoa, what the fuck? What is going on here?
Yeah.
How about the no explanation for what
that
this room
much
is?
Alright.
They have like self-destruct buttons for their
I feel like we're only getting one side of the story here.
We're closer.
Okay. Ooh.
So that's why he thought maybe.
Nice.
Oh, that's why he assumed the other was dead, because he could only save one.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
I do like how they're going through this whole story and they're not demonizing Saul.
What the hell? Are they're not hit by a lightsaber,
How
are
did die
they?
this quick? I don't understand how this happened.
Wait, what?
And that's
We're
rock,
definitely
That
getting
is
only one side of the
so-
story here.
this
We're
is
only
a
getting
stone
we're getting one perspective,
building.
the perspective of the kid's perspective right now. There's got to be another story going on. And yet we know May survives, so who saves May?
You know, I was going to say they may have died from smoke inhalation, but that actually looks pretty well ventilated.
I'm curious as to how everything exploded there. That was like the power source, I'm guessing,
That's
of
what
the
I'm
whole
saying.
city.
It just all
That
burnt
was
down all of a sudden.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting only one perspective, so.
I hope so. I'd love to see more about why that happened.
Yeah.
Carrie-Anne Moss killed them.
Seriously, if she was a Dark Jedi, if she was like a Sith Lord, then wouldn't she be the one looking for, like, if she was undercover inside the Jedi Temple all this time, hiding her? See, only a Sith Lord could take out that many Night Sisters. Sog's very attached. for a Jedi with no attachments, he really gets attached, doesn't he?
I think he just feels bad.
Yeah, but still. I mean, again, he's definitely the Qui-Gon Jinn of this story. It's great.
Is this the first time the actor's doing a role in English?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Jason, you know if that's the first time he's doing a role in English?
Yeah, he actually, he said that he was worried he couldn't do it.
He's doing great.
That's what I thought.
He's doing amazing. Yeah,
he's doing amazing. Because the interviews I saw before, I thought he didn't know English.
Huh. That was cool.
Oh, well,
all right.
I wonder if she Jedi mind tricked her.
Who's that?
May Jedi mind tricked Osha into thinking she died.
I don't know about that. I mean, I feel like she genuinely fell right there, but I mean, the fact that so many like you don't just die from smoke inhalation of that mass of scale that every single
died.
That every single, and they were all together. That didn't make sense.
It was
That's definitely
on
another
that
story.
Very flammable stone on that planet.
Oh no, it's not even about the flammable stone. It's
treated with gasoline.
We definitely only got one part of a story here, and I feel like that only somebody with a dark sense, like a Sith Lord, would actually end up by doing that, taking out the rest of them. Obviously, something about May is.
You just can't trust Carrie-Anne Moss. We all know that already.
I feel that. I feel like she never really died in the first episode. I said that from the beginning. I swear. Now I need to know.
Team Carrie. Team Trinity all the way.
Team Trinity all the way. Okay, so let's talk about this episode, guys. What do you think?
I liked
it. It was cool, but like I wish I had more intel on the motivation of each girl. You know, why does Osha want to be a Jedi so bad, and why is May the way she is? You know that.
Yeah.
It kind of just things just happened because they needed to happen. You know what I mean? Like I wish there was more.
Yes and no. I definitely got that. Osha was distrusting of the witch's way. She's definitely hesitant to take their vows.
But why? Why is she hesitant? Like, it was never clear on why she didn't.
I think they tried to set up as just the way it is. Like, brothers or sisters or siblings, like you have a good one, you have a bad one.
That's it.
These are
that's it. Yeah, definitely. I agree with it. Yeah.
I know, but that's not even explained. You know, we just trust that.
But we only have so much time. It's like they wasted 2 episodes. If they spent more time building these younger characters, they could have done that.
But we've seen it. It's in mythology. The good sister, the good and evil twin, and I think that's what we're getting at. But we also haven't seen the good and evil twin in Star Wars. You know, at this point, so it's kind of a cool exploration of new characters. I think May's just naturally an evil kid, drawn from the dark side.
It would be more interesting if there was like more motivation on why she's the way she is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Instead of she just like evil.
There was a reason for one.
Like I don't know, man. I wish there was more to it than just.
But you're not thinking, Jason. You're not thinking. They specifically said that they used some sort of magic from the mother, the mother's. You know, to impregnate into the womb. So something dark there was pulled. We don't know what that was. Maybe they will explain that. Maybe they won't.
All speculation, like you know.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have said those lines if they didn't intend it to mean something specific. That hopefully we will
get. They're building towards the reason to.
Yeah.
I think that.
I hope so.
Yeah. A little darker than they were leading on.
Yeah, and we don't always get the reason. That's the thing with Star Wars. I do agree, but in this case, I feel like we're going to get some sort of explanation as to what was drawn to create them as children in the first place. But they set up this thing, so I'm hoping they'll follow through with that setup, that they'll at least give us an explanation as to how that formed and how that forged. That's my thought, at least. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a lot of like speculation, though. You know, it's like I wish there was. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, there's something about the way things happen kind of just bugged me about it. But like,
yeah. But the thing is also
questions after watching this. I'm like more confused.
Sure. Yeah, there definitely are, and I'm hoping in this particular case they do answer the questions. And I feel like the director, the showrunner Leslie Headland, I feel like she's put some research into stuff. There's a lot of stuff here, like that she's pulled on from a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously I believe those I believe that the High Republic have used. The horned woman, the Dathomirian female. We've seen that character exist in the Clone Wars. I do remember the episode. It was Obi-Wan Kenobi with a bunch of bounty hunters on a farm, and Anakin on a farm, I believe, and she was one of the bounty hunters that were there. And I can't remember the specifics now, but I remember her character, that race existing. So she's pulled stuff from existing material. A lot of the Night Sister stuff is very evident there, but this is a different faction of Night Sisters. But I
think this shows maybe why that they fled to Dathomir and took over Dathomir instead of, because they're not. I don't believe that they're. The Night Sisters. Remember, because isn't Maul's people like the prevalent race there? And Night Sisters came in, and the women came in. And
the women Night Sisters came in, but they're not direct descendants. They basically just are the female dominant race on that planet, and that's why.
Are we sure about that? Are we sure they didn't come in?
Yeah, because they did it with the Clone Wars. They did a story where basically when they went to grab Maul's brother. Savage Press, and they did a whole story. Yeah, and they did a whole story there. So you got this whole thing about the fact that the men were the not dominant species on that planet, but we never saw any female versions of Maul's people there either. So it was always implied that the Night Sisters were they're witches. So they basically encompass
female.
No. They enslaved the men, but the actual women are always taken from the outside. They're all from different species. Night Sisters, as you saw here, were all a different species. So they're like they will adopt. They're almost like Amazons. They'll adopt any female
matriarch.
A matriarch, exactly, and that's how the Night Sisterhood kind of works. So you can have all these different alien races that are Night Sisters, and you've got the same situation here. Just a spin or a different spin on that, and I'm enjoying what this spin is. I actually was surprised we got nothing of the present situation, so I was like, this is a full backstory. It was a great.
That was my only letdown, is they had that last bit with Kilnaka last episode, and I was really excited to see him in action.
Me too, but you know what? I think we've got something better here. I actually really enjoyed this episode a lot, and it's just for a new history, a new version of how the Force is interpreted. I keep saying, I love how we keep getting something new from the Force if they tell the right story, and I feel like this is the right story to tell. But it does add questions,
But yeah, I think it's interesting to see the Force outside of the context of the Jedi. I think that's fascinating to me. Mm-hmm. Because like indigenous worlds, like where the Jedi don't even find, there's Force users out there just randomly, that don't never become Jedi or never learn about Jedi. So it's interesting on how that affects culture in certain ways. Like, it could be like a tribe could think someone's a deity just because they're Force sensitive, and then that'd be an
interesting story.
Yeah, right. Like I'd like to see that. I'd like to see more stuff like that. Like that was interesting.
Logray the Medicine Man, he's a Force user. We see that in the Caravan of Courage. He used the Force with the little spinny device. No, seriously, but that's the thing. That's a different. But it is a different. It's a
made for TV movie so well.
Yeah, that's it. But the thing is, that is a version of the Force through the Ewoks.
You see a good example of it in like what is it, the animated show, the
Rebels, Clone Wars?
No, the
Young
Jedi
Academy.
Young Jedi. Wait, what?
No, the what is it called? Like the where it was like the anime and like the stop motion version.
Oh, Visions. Yes, yeah.
I see some like good stories where there's no Jedi, but like Force sensitive people living in
totally
civilization.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
context there.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I don't know. This is I don't know how they I already said what I needed to about this episode. I wish girls had a little bit more clear on their motivations on why they acted the way they are. But other than that,
Fair
it was
enough. No,
enjoyable.
fair enough. Fair enough. Again, I just
Maybe
put it
they'll
up
go
to
back
good,
into
good and
that.
evil.
I don't know. Maybe they'll
Yeah.
explain that in her training and like go, oh, my sister was this way. Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
go back. But I
as
do
for
agree.
episode 2, the one thing I found interesting was that Osha let May escape, and that was an interesting choice. That she had the stun weapon, she could have stunned her twice. It wasn't going to kill her. It wasn't going to do anything but just capture her. And that she stunned and shot and purposely missed on both occasions, and
Yeah,
May
that's
got away on the
tasty.
speeder. And so I'm kind of curious as to the reasoning there. Why? Because I feel like Osha would have more questions than answers there.
She still loves her
She
sister.
still
That's
loves her
why
sister, but the fact is that
she
she's
let her go.
alive. You would want to actually kind of sit there and have a conversation. So why did she let her go? And it's like, okay, and maybe she just didn't want her around the Jedi. So, I don't know.
On everything.
Maybe.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, guys,
Hell,
I think we'll.
dude.
Any other last thoughts? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up.
I hope they answer some questions with this, like how all the witches died. They all seem pretty powerful, you know.
We definitely have half the story. Yeah. Yeah. Because, well, I mean, on top of that, you also know that all of the Jedi, these 4 Jedi, blame themselves for this situation that happened here, and they tried to cover it up. Torben killed himself with poison last week, so he could actually just avoid the guilt of all this. And he was only obviously a Padawan at the time, which is interesting too. I thought he was much older.
I think there's still more to it for the kill himself for this. For what we saw to
that's me. That's what I'm talking about. There is one part of the story. I feel like this. We haven't seen the Jedi's perspective of this story yet, and we don't know what the reasoning is. We just saw mostly around Saul.
Yeah, because based on what Tormund killing himself, I was expecting to see the Jedi do some war crimes.
That's it. Yeah, again, that's why I feel like we've only got half the story. So I think that's an interesting question to be asking. What were they doing, and what was the other part of that story? And then was someone responsible for May once she fell off the bridge there? And I feel like that again. I go back to this thing. I feel like if you've got a Dark Force, if you've got a Sith Lord floating around masquerading as a Jedi, trying to get information, finally found somebody who's pretty dark, you'd want to take that child on as your own. So what happened there? If that is the case, why do you go with another apprentice? Because I still believe that the character we saw at the end of episode 1 is the apprentice, not the Sith Lord. Because it's always the apprentice who's looking for an acolyte, not the Sith Lord. Sith Lord's always looking for an apprentice. So anyway, that's my opinion. That's my thought. I don't know. I can't wait. Anyway, guys, we'll end it there. If you enjoyed our reaction, please like and subscribe. We've got lots of questions for the next 6 episodes, or no, 5 episodes left of the show, of the season, I should say. And thanks, guys. It was a lot of fun. All right.